who was his ex-girlfriend from before he went and did 9 years in prison. A fucking animal. This guy's a fucking literal animal. He was a ape, a gorilla. And this white woman let him go.
Hey, can you hear me?
Chair and a
Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
another member resign after the release of a prisoner who is now accused of killing an 11-year-old boy and critically wounding his pregnant mother.
It happened just a day after he was paroled. Our Andrea Medina has more.
I think it was the right thing to do.
On Monday, Governor J.B. Pritzker announced Illinois Prisoner Review Board member Leanne Miller resigned after approving the release of convicted felon Corsetti Brand. A day after he was paroled from prison, Brand is accused of stabbing 11-year-old Jaden Perkins to death and also critically hurting Jaden's mom at their end.
You know who this kid was? This kid was they're not talking about this, which is I find odd that they're not talking about this angle of the story. But this kid was a very well-known child dancer. He was a child star. And you would think they would be like, child star killed by ape, by black Sasquatch ape kills child star. But the fact that none of the stories are talking about it, 11-year-old Jalen Perkins, a beloved dancer who was talented beyond his years, was killed trying to protect his pregnant mother from a serial domestic abuser. This kid was a very talented dancer, man, that was killed by this fucking scumbag ape that this white whore bitch slut fucktard demon let go. This white whore bitch demon seed let this fucking guy go, and he killed this kid. And this kid had a bright future. He wasn't a little hood booger. He wasn't fucking pop locking and shit and trying to be some fucking hip hop dancer. This kid was a ballet dancer. Look at him. This was his. Now, if this kid was fucking doing hip hop dances and fucking juking and fucking crunking and shit, they would have talked about it in the news report, right?
Yeah, this is true. This kid trying to be in Cats, man. He trying to be in Cats and Broadway.
Broadway and shit. He was headed to Broadway and shit. He was a good kid, man. And that fucking ape. Now, don't get me wrong. His mom dealt with that ape at one point, but that was over 9 years ago. So we can't really. It's not like he was 2. Jaden was 2 when his mom last dealt with this guy. And that guy came in and tried to kill his mom, and the little boy protected his mother. And that fucking white whore let this fucking ape
Hurting
back
Jaden's mom.
That white whore let this ape back on the street. Trying to be compassionate. Trying to be the fucking trying to be seen as a good person and shit. These are the same type of people that say black people don't have IDs and black people don't know how to use the internet. Press 1. It's the same whore. Black people black people can't vote because they don't know how to get IDs. Black people can't they don't know how to work the internet. So because of disproportionate racism, the Republicans they can't work the internet and they don't know how to sign up to get ID. So asking for ID when you vote is racist. It's the same whore that lets a fucking animal like this, a fucking piece of shit like this out. It's the same mentality.
A shakeup at the Illinois Prisoner Review Board. The chair and another member resign after the release of a prisoner who is now accused of killing an 11-year-old boy and critically wounding his pregnant mother.
It happened just a day after he was paroled. Our Andrea Medina has more.
I think it was the right thing to do.
On Monday, Governor J.B. Pritzker announced Illinois Prisoner Review Board member Leanne Miller resigned after approving the release of convicted felon Corsetti Brand. A day after he was paroled from prison, Brand is accused of stabbing 11-year-old Jaden Perkins to death and also critically hurting Jaden's mom at their Edgewater home on March 13th.
I think, like a lot of people, just very angry and disturbed by the catastrophic systemic failure that this family endured.
Rebecca Darr is a CEO of the Wings program, an organization helping adults and children escape from domestic violence and abuse. Darr says Jaden's mom has an extensive...
Sorry, this is a different white woman. that ain't the white woman. Salute to her. Salute to this white woman. But she probably woke too. She probably woke too. What? She probably is.
This is
She's
true.
probably woke too. But salute to her for like not being the woman that I thought she would live. But these white women, here she goes right here. I got her right here. I got that fucking white bitch here. I got that white bitch right here that let that fucking guy go. This fucking whore right here. Here she is. I got her. Sorry, Rebecca. I got that fucking piece of shit right here. Where's she at? Here she is. Here's this scumbag right here. Here she is right here. Leanne Miller. That's her ass. She feels like a good person. That's the only reason she does it. That's the only reason they do this shit, so they can feel good about themselves. I'm not racist. I'm not like those alt-righters. I'm not like the Tea Party. I'm not like those far righters that are, I'm a good white person. And that's the only thing they care. They don't care about what happens to what this guy does in Blackistan. They don't care about him either. All they care about is looking like a good person. That's why they call it virtue signaling. All she's doing is signaling to everybody that she has all this virtue.
The person doesn't even live around them, so they could care less.
Yeah, sorry to this woman. This isn't the woman. This is a different woman. But she's probably woke too.
I think, like a lot of people, just very angry and disturbed by the catastrophic systemic failure that this family endured.
Rebecca Darr is a CEO of the Wings program, an organization helping adults and children escape from domestic violence and abuse. Darr says Jaden's mom has an extensive history of trying to protect herself and her family from Brand, but adds her most recent plea for help was disregarded.
We look at these things as, she went and she asked for help. She said, he's going to kill me. I have messages that he's going to kill me. And she wasn't taken seriously. She wasn't believed.
Brand is facing first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, home invasion, along with many other felony charges. Darr says if the Prisoner Review Board or the judge had asked follow-up questions, Jaden may still be alive. She says Miller's resignation is just one small step to accountability.
And then I'm sure the, prison board reviewers who are looking at this case have to just be feeling so horrible. I appreciate that the governor made
Actually, no, they don't. They soulless demons. They don't care about this shit. They sleep well at night.
have to just be feeling so horrible. I appreciate that the governor made an announcement about it because I think it tells survivors that they do matter.
A memorial for Jaden continues to be visible outside the apartment complex he called home. The governor mentioned he's committed to ensuring additional safeguards and training are in place to avoid tragedies like Jaden's. Now, we have reached out to the Prisoner Review Board for comment, but we haven't heard back from them. Reporting it.
They've let out a bunch of guys just like him that are ticking time bombs on the street. It's already too late. It's a bunch of hymns on the street that are just ticking time bombs.
Edgewater, Andrea Medina, WGN News.
Now to the overnight police shootout in Milwaukee. Here's a look at the initial investigation you can only see from News Chopper 12. The scene remained active